Golf has just been shook up forever. Let's do it.
And let's do it now.
Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson. Welcome to another video. Today, Chris, have you seen the news?
We're all shook up.
We're all shook up. There's a song there, isn't there? Have you seen the news?
Well, yes, I have actually.
I think I've just informed you really, haven't I?
Well, that is very true, yeah.
So today is Tuesday the 9th of November. It is 1:30 p.m. and the European Tour is no more.
No.
It's dead.
It's a goner.
It's gone. Is this a good move or is it a bad move? We're going to discuss it in today's video, Chris. I'll let you tee off.
Right.
Oh. Might be going for the DP World Tour card at that rate.
Flushed it.
We're that excited, we've not even done a sound test.
Oh, sound test.
But I guess this might mean more money for everyone, Chris.
More money for everyone. Does that include us?
I'm not sure. I don't think we're that good, if I'm being brutal, but interested to hear the guys and girls' opinions who are watching this video.
You should be that good. You play every day. Oh, well, it's social.
It's just up the. That's the line, isn't it?
It is. That's the.
You bird it every time you go up there.
Do I?
So, guys, that's right. The European Tour has gone through a total rebranding. It is now called the DP World Tour. It's got a new logo. Ooh. It's got new sponsors. It's got more money. Is this a good move, Chris?
I don't know. It's a shame to see the end of the European Tour now.
It is a shame, and I almost think that a few years ago when they changed the logo of the European Tour, and I mean that was under hot debate, wasn't it? We had people saying the logo should have been savvy, it should be more historical. Shift forward a couple of years and the European Tour is no more. So the new DP World Tour consists of 24 events outside of Europe, 23 events inside of Europe. The total prize fund for the year is now 200 million, Chris. I think it still works in euros, although I'm not sure.
Probably.
Which would be odd though, because it's not the European Tour anymore.
No. Well, that's true.
And the smallest purse will now be 2 million. It might even be in dollars. I'm going to check that 1 minute. So I'm actually getting most of my information from the Bunkered website. I read this a lot, and that's in dollars. 200 million total prize fund for the season, and a minimum prize fund per tournament of $2 million. That's obviously great for the players. It's great for everyone involved in the game. I've also seen that there's going to be more money invested lower down on the tour, such as the Challenge Tour, which is obviously great news for them as well. So how do you guys feel about it? Guys, get in the comments below. How do you feel about the European Tour being no more and being replaced by the DP World Tour? Right, Chris, two pretty good drives up here. Mine must have taken a half decent bounce, I think, down to the fairway.
Yeah, you fell on, I haven't, but we'll chip her down.
That is a lovely shot. So I put a poll out a few hours ago on Twitter just asking people their thoughts exactly like we're asking you guys now. I'm going to go through a few of those in a minute, and I want to hear Chris's thoughts as well, because Chris has spent a lot of time
out amongst it.
In the, what can we say, in the
bubble.
The bubble, well, not so much the bubble anymore, but
it's a convenient word.
That's a great shot, that, for you. We're placing.
Why not? Get it teed up. That's a nice flight.
Spin.
Long.
Ooh, you struck it well.
Plenty of
really
spin.
Enjoyed that.
Plenty of spin.
In the trenches is what I was going to try to allude to there. But so, Chris, DP World isn't a new sponsor for the tour, is it? They've sponsored the final for the best part of 10 years, so it's nothing new.
No.
What do you think?
Again, a lot of people ask why most of the players play in the US. Again, if you look at that, even the minimum prize purse going to $2 million, week in, week out on the US tour, they play for $7 million. So they're trying to get more money into it. If that's the way it can get more money into the players, if it does filter down, it makes it better for other players, as opposed to the PGA Tour, it's top heavy.
So Chris makes a very valid point there, and unfortunately nowadays it is money driven, things are money driven, and I heard a rumour that the European Tour might have been struggling before this was going to come in as well, because I think some sponsors were going to drop out, and I don't think COVID helped very much either. So if this means the tour has stability for the next however long, then it's got to be good news as well, hasn't it?
That's it. It's going to make sure it's sustainable for the next couple of years. It keeps the tour alive. The only thing for me is, if you think about the Ryder Cup, the European team, it's coming from the DP World Tour, not a European Tour.
Yeah, do they have to be born in Europe maybe? I'm not sure.
Oh.
My club selection there was horrendous. Oh.
Are you losing again?
Is that how you speak to all your customers?
Yeah. The jock is finally... Jock's watching
Jock?
this. Jock's finally beating his lovely wife Gail for the first time in 2021.
Oh.
I mean, it was aggressive.
It was aggressive, wasn't it? It looked like it was going to go that way.
I thought he was playing for
quicker
that
than what they look, I must say. Very nice. I don't think I'm getting on the DP World Tour with putting like that, Chris, either.
Well, I thought it was like one of them lucky one-shot chances for 200 million.
Oh, imagine.
Right, James, cameraman is on fire here. I've not kicked the camera yet.
All day. You can be aggressive when you roll them in like that, Chris.
I tried to pan round them, but I've not quite got the skills.
No, not yet. I thought I was going to let him get away with one there. You can't be winning the first hole with a par. So guys, remember, let us know what you think about all this. We're going to go into a little bit more detail now and just find out exactly what has happened with it. And we're going to go through some of the comments on Twitter as well. The poll at the moment is reading. How do I find my own poll?
Can't find your own poll?
Struggling on if I can't find my own poll. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we found it.
The poll is currently reading. It's not great reading. Interested in people's thoughts on the new European Tour rebranding to DP World Tour. Chris, I've said great move or not sure. What do you think the percentages are?
60-40.
22-78. But I do think that could be down to people aren't. I mean, they're just not sure, are they? I suppose I've not worded that incredibly well, but I think the anyway.
General consensus is not sure. I'm just hoping not to hit this pheasant that's popping its head up. Well, I certainly tried.
That's all right. It's come
Cool,
back.
right.
Started a bit low and left, didn't it?
It did go for Phil's head. Communal tee.
Right. I'm going to go for a slightly different shape, George, because I'm going to start it out right and hopefully bring it back.
Ooh. Ooh, it looks striped up. Oh, nice. Yeah, two.
Ah, I've broke the communal tee.
Oh dear.
How do you feel?
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I mean, we're here talking about $200 million pots and $2 million events, and we're worried about a communal tee peg.
Tees are gone.
That's not great news, is it? So guys, another point in this as well is we all know that the shark, Greg Norman, moved away from both tours to work for a Saudi Arabian tour, or a new tour. I don't know that much about that.
No, me neither. I think they tried to create a world tour, but I think they wanted the whole world.
They wanted the whole world.
Well.
The timing of this DP World Tour and the name of it is almost too
Close.
too well timed, isn't it? And I don't think that particularly would have taken off, or it might still take off. I don't know, but how much money do you have to offer players to ditch the PGA Tour and now the DP World Tour? It's going to take some getting used to, isn't it? DP World Tour, not European.
Oh, there'll be a new
It is a
app.
shame that we've lost the European element to it. I do think.
Yeah, me too.
Personally, I think the name, I don't know, the name. Has to have the sponsor in it, doesn't it? Or the money's not going to be there. But
well, there's a lot of history on the European Tour, which some could say now is gone.
yeah, I mean, and I was sat at home doing some editing, and I saw it pop up on my phone actually. So I turned it on and listened to Nick Doherty talk us through it, and he interviewed a couple of guys off the Sunshine Tour who will now be under the umbrella of the DP World Tour. He interviewed Stephen Gallagher, who's making his 600th tour start this week. And the thing is, they're never going to say, oh, I'm not a fan of this, because
There's more money.
it's more money and it's their livelihoods, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I think personally, I don't have a massive view on it yet. I'd like to see where it goes. I think it's great there's more money in it, and I also think it's great that the tour's standing is going to be safe for however many years to come. I just wish it was still had some kind of European nod on it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big thing to lose, and there must have been a lot of talking about it.
Yeah. Right, two pretty good drives. Chris is just in the unpunishing semi here at Waterfront Golf Club, and I'm right up that centre stripe there. This is the second video in a matter of weeks, Chris, where we just kind of chew the fat over a topic.
Yeah, there's a lot of change in golf, it seems, at the moment. They're trying to
to be progressive, I think.
I think
the funny thing is, if it didn't have a sponsor in the name, I don't think there'd be any. Not that there is any uproar, because I don't think there is, but I don't think there'd be any questions.
No, I think money talks now, and obviously they want to have the name in the headlights, and deservingly so. If you're putting $200 million into something, you'd like to think that you might get your name.
At least it's not called the DP Super Tour.
Well, that is true.
Ed Woodward would be a part of that, wouldn't he?
Big Ed.
That's a lovely shot.
Beautiful strike.
Might be time for you yet on the old DP Tour.
Oh, I tell you what.
And that's what it's going to get. I didn't mean to call it the DP Tour, but it's going to get that, isn't it? They're going to take away the world probably when you just talk about it in passing.
Yeah, exactly.
Sponsor's dream. How far have we got?
We have got 190.
Oh, time to chip a little 2-iron, I think. What did you hit?
I hit a 5-iron.
What, expecting to get there?
I was hoping for a flyer. That's a great shot.
How good was that ball flight?
I'll give you that. That was a good chipped 2-iron.
Wonderful. Right, I think I've gone a little bit long right, and Chris is again in between these bunkers. It's every time we play.
It's majestic. I don't have thought I know what I was doing.
Yeah, you probably think wrong, but sit. Yeah, nice shots. Run out a little bit into the sun there. So Chris, I've got a few tweets out here.
Ooh.
Paul says, guess you just have to be where the money is, right? If DP World approach you and offer a massive sponsorship deal with increased price money, but you would have to change the name of the tour, then so be it. Needs must. It's just like naming rights deal to a stadium pumps cash in, which is fine, but then we saw how that acted for Newcastle with the fans.
Yeah, true.
That didn't go down very well, did it?
No.
Daniel Warren maybe should have kept Euro in the name. We've discussed that a little bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
Lad Golf, looking at the calendar, I'd say my first impressions are there are a lot of irrelevant tournaments that a lot of players will struggle to find entry funds for. So we need to look at that, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm not going to read all these out, but I mean, Mark IT, unless the great European Tour players commit to playing at least half of the schedule on the new rebranded European Tour, it will continue to be viewed as a step below the PGA Tour prize money and endorsement deals rule. And the PGA Tour dominates that domain, follow the money. Similar to what you've said.
Yeah, true. I mean, America always has more money. There's more people willing to put in there that, you know, everybody... Americans are Americans. They love, obviously, getting into the sport, so the money's there. If the money's there, people are going to play. You can't blame the European Tour players. You know, you look at Hovland this week, he's just won, so he's probably won over $1 million or just short of. If he'd have played the European Tour, he might have earned 200,000. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much Thomas Pieters won in Portugal in relation. Two players you'd probably hold in similar regard.
Exactly, two relatively young. I know Pieters has been around a little bit longer now, but relatively young players, and they've played the same kind of tournament, and one's won nearly $1 million and one's won 200,000. You can see why people would go there, and DP might attract a few more players to come over, but you know, it's got to be done somehow. So
Chris, we've got another one here from Kieran. Kieran says the European Tour stopped being a European Tour years ago. Events outside of Europe, players from outside of Europe being named as the World Tour makes sense, and if cash injection from DP helps prize funds, why not take it? Why isn't it a good move? I'm not saying it's not a good move, by the way, in this video or in anything else. I'm trying to get your guys' opinions to see, and I think it might be one of those things that eventually we don't even really think about, but today it's kind of breaking news. Like when this eagle chip goes in. Or not. What was that? Certainly wasn't the best. Right, but interestingly, I'm saying breaking news. When I was watching Sky Sports earlier, they had nothing on it. They were talking about Eddie Howe, and I turned on TalkSport and they were talking about Ogbonna being injured for West Ham.
Oh.
So not really much to talk about in regards to the new naming rights of the tour.
I mean, good pace.
Yeah, I didn't really get that. I'm not concentrating, am I? Right, Chris, I dare say I'm not concentrating like I should in this game.
Oh,
so you might well have 2 putts for it. Have you anything to add before we leave? I'm interested to hear the guys in the comments.
Yeah, comment below, what do we think?
Turn? Oh, it's not turned at all, is it?
Good pace.
So guys, we're going to leave it there. Hopefully this par putt drops. Get in the comments below and let us know what you think of the new DP World Tour. At the moment, I'm neither for nor against. I want to hear a bit more about it. I suppose I really need to, well, I don't know what I'm doing today. I suppose, really, it's just good news for everyone, isn't it? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash that subscribe button. Go and check out Chris Dennis Golf. Apart from that, we'll see you tomorrow.